Am I one-on-oneing? There's his theme. Okay, I guess we're finally here. I'm still not sure. He always just leaves a feather and runs away. His sword attack was a little bit low on that, huh? Okay, we're doing this. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, I don't know why I did that. I have no idea. I felt like I should have gotten enough ATB. First of all, he got that pretty fast. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, that's all right.
Come, Cloud.
I have no idea. If I yeah. Okay, it said critical. It said pressure for like a second. I'm assuming that counter stance thing would have been beautiful here. Oh, whoopsie. Okay. What is this air combo? What is happening? I'm mashing X. I'm afraid he's just gonna get away from me. Okay. Ah, sacre bleu. Jesus. Oh no. Okay, whatever. I just went through that for some reason. Ah. Okay. Okay, I'll try it like. Okay, I messed that one up. All right. Oh, what am I doing standing here for? I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, right. Okay, so I think. Okay, I don't know why I was trying to control the pacing. I had to wait for him. I don't know. Can I dodge this? Oh, that's a counter stance? Oh my lord. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know why I tried that. I'm stupid. Alright, alright. I'm about to lose all my health. I need to roll to the side. And I rolled back again anyway. And then that was my moment. Alright, let me see if I can get a heal. I did it again. I might lose. Ah, what the hell? Is this even enough? 1,500? I might just... Do I have like a full health thing? It's just elixir? Fine, I'll just make a potion on me. Alright, alright. Alright, he did something. I'm getting my ass kicked. Alright, okay. I don't know if he's gonna change things up. Okay. Do your weird one. Or just fire Jimmy, why not? Faraja. Alright, I'm gonna take care of my health first. I'm making this really slow. I apologize. 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn, he's like homing on me. Alright, I'll wait to the other one. You suck. I don't know. Can I interrupt this? Ah! Whoa. Whoa. That downtime?
Let's finish this.
Okay. That's a cool shot. Oh, he's got far range attacks. I mean, he's been doing the magic, I guess, but now his sword is doing it. Okay. Okay. This always happens this way. That was cool. You just kicked the thing to death. It's got a blade kick. So this should make it easy. Oh. Alright, well, get in there. Oh, that went fast. Can I just get just no? Just get in there. Is he about to counter my thing? Whoa. Alright. Don't do it. Alright.
Whatever. No more.
Yeah, hit him. What's that? What's that? What's that? I don't like it. Get away from me. Asshole. You know, I'm gonna go for this. He might hit me, but I hope Tifa gets her thing. Okay, he's doing something scary sounding. Oh, you know. Oh, never mind. I said it wasn't that bad. Oh, whoopsie. I clicked X to roll instead of circle. Oh, he has no window now? Alright, well, there's a window that I missed. Okay. I'm gonna use up all his mega potions, apparently. I'll wait till the big slash. Wait, well, not that big slash. Let's see, I feel bad 'cause I'm just wasting her for support now, but I need the other one. What's this again? Oh, this thing. Right. See, then he's gonna throw that stupid thing. Shit! Why is that so good at catching me? I'm so far. I don't know, kick him or something. Son of a bitch. Yeah? Yeah? Should have done it the other way. That's fine. Son of a bitch! I think I just died here. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm holding R1. Hello? Okay. Don't know why I would cast her right there. Yeah, fuck him up. Okay, I forgot. How do I get away from this? Oh, it goes like in a cross section. Okay. That was weird. Damn, he threw 2? He throws 3 now? Son of a bitch. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, God, dude, that thing has such a wide range. I was clicking R1. I mean, I haven't let go of R1 since, so. Oh, I hit my girl. Come on. Jesus. Oh my God. You know what?
Let's try that again.
I'm sure I'm missing like a lot of points where I could like hit him. Oh, damn it. Nah, I missed it again. I can't see it. It's like so fast. I feel like this is all I'm hitting him with. I feel bad. Alright. Yeah, I'm very cheaping out on this. I apologize. But I'm glad the game gives me opportunity to do so. The game's not hard, but it's definitely annoying. No, I don't know. Let me wait. Bear's back too? What was he about to cast on me?
Hey, you two having fun. Let's go.
This oddly feels like one of those intro boss battles to like showcase what the game's about. Was that his weakness, was wind? So afraid. Alright, weakness thunder right now. so much freaking damage. I don't know if I'll get this in time, but if I can, that'd be great. Nope. Alright. Make me waste it. That's fine. That's fine. I might lose because of that. And because it won't let me guard. You know what? I think I will just Phoenix down and then cure when I get the big one. Oh, don't know why I'm still in this circle of hell. This again? Oh my god, Cloud's gonna die. Oh, he didn't. How the hell did you dodge that? You were that far away? Let's see if I can get to Cloud. Oh, wait, I can't tell. They're so close to each other. I don't even know. Yeah, sure, Ifrit. Why not? I'm not sure why. I just want a buddy, since he's just beating the crap out of me. Oh my god, what is... Was that a counter stance and she set it off? That seems like what just happened. It really did seem like that was a counter stance and then she hit him. I'm pretty sure I threw my own fist in the round, but... Damn, does that not mean my thing goes? Yeah, I think it set him off. Damn. Alright, well, there we go. Won't be the greatest help, but that's fine. At least he'll do a chunk of damage here.
Good job.
I don't even know. Do I want to use the... Whatever. Oh, wrong one. There you go. It puts it up pretty high, but he retaliates pretty well, so... Oh my god. It's not pressured anymore. I feel like I'm taking the brunt of it, so... Holy crap. Jesus. I don't know. Let's let her heal, I guess. If I could trust Barrett. I'm a little bit worried about Barrett, but I'm taking again. He's mostly focused on me. He doesn't like me much. He's got so much range, this boy. I've been pushed back so far because he just keeps on casting all his shit. And then he always attacks me! Son of a bitch. Okay, it's not a counter stance. He just doesn't like me. Oh my dear. Yeah, I'm very dependent on items this time around. What more so than ever. I understand. This has not changed much. I don't even know. Can I just cut him off? Damn, he's like casting like fast. Yo, Barrett. Don't know why I bother trying to go for a full combo. What is he right now? Is he still lightning? No, I think he turned to fire, right? I have no idea. Let me wait. Oh no, yeah, he's definitely using fire. Okay. I don't know. Just hit him. This is taking a while. How did that knock me down? Again? So annoying. Okay. Oh, should jog. I'm dumb. Why do I think that's gonna work? Yeah, I'm too much on the back foot.
For forgiveness.
Oh dear, what's he doing now? I don't know what he just did. He's got a new thing now. Cheer.
Try this.
Okay. Okay, and he's in another mode. Okay. About to drop a freaking turbo ether. Man, this man is gonna destroy a lot of stuff.
Steady. Enjoy.
Dude, I love Tifa's pose right now. Oh god. Whoa. I ran into another one anyway. There's so many on the field, I can't even see it. I don't even know. He's not doing the normal stuff. I don't know. I'm just... What does 9 mean? Like he's counting down, I'm just gonna die at the end of this? I'm so lost, guys. Can I build up a stagger gauge? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'll use chakra on her. Heal her a bit. Oh god, I think he is counting down. I'm just gonna die. That was quite a lot.
Shall I give you despair?
What is going on? Eh? I'm so afraid to attack. I think he's just gonna kill me by the end of this. Dude, Tifa is ridiculous. Tifa's got my spirit and wanting to finish this. Oh no, not Barrett, come on. I might have to start doing this stuff. I don't like using the big ones, but... And he just slammed me. I'm afraid I will drop one on me. If I survive this, then I'll go for it. I don't know anymore. I'm gonna go for it, but I don't know. You know what? I feel very unsafe, so I'm just gonna drop one on her first.
Let me hear you wail.
I try to get out of here, but I was already casting the thing.
Come on.
Oh my god. I think that's it. Doesn't matter if I block this, right? Yeah. He might have just beaten me. Oh yeah. I feel very worried about. You know what? I'm gonna lose it here. I can just get to her. All right.
All set. Let's finish this.
I don't know where she's gonna go to. All right, whatever. Okay. Yeah. God, that one made me nervous, guys.
About time you showed.
We can do this. We can. We can change it. Make it right.
Oh, he's always throwing stuff. That was cool. They need some time to shine, right? Oh my god, there's a lot of posing. My god, I jump high as hell. Alright. I will say this, I mean, I don't know. This is pretty exciting. That's pretty. My eyes. Jesus. Okay, okay. How long is this gonna go?
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
What is this? Tenet? No, this place is really nice.
Our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not end. Nor will I have you end.
This is...
The edge of creation. Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together.
Never.
That's fine. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Can barely handle him with 3, but we'll do this one-on-one. What? Okay, we're getting lazy. Let's see. Just a big slash? Okay. This is cool. I almost kind of wish the music wasn't here, just to, so I could hear all the human noises. That's pretty cool.
Not yet. Seven seconds till the end.
He's still counting down from the other
For
thing.
you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sick of this feather dropping thing. Yeah, it's cool framing. I feel kind of bad because I'm not using like the original blade. And now we're with Rufus, like I gave a crap. All right.
Vice President.
This guy had like nothing.
That's right.
All our little group of villains. Breasty. Telling you, she just looks like hot hot Aerith mom, but I don't know. I forgot what her mom actually looked like. Alright, taking the chair. Tekken 5 Jin ending. 5? 6. 5. What's 5? Gonna have like a breakdown. No, he's just gonna giggle. As always. It kind of seemed like they just cut him off. Man, we're cutting between a lot of things. Are we back with Zach? What the hell?
Wait. Was that all of them?
So, okay. Is this what's like tripping people up? I love this theme.
You see that?
Aww. What in the world? So confused. I'm very astounded. I'm assuming this is like part of the all this destiny changing talk. See, because I don't know the original story, so, and nor do I understand the origins of Midgar. Yeah, is that Midgar now? Or is that like the beginning of Midgar? It looked like maybe that's Midgar now. Okay. I mean, that is a very big change from what I barely understand and know. Oh, this is sad. Hey, all this rubble. People just trying to clean it up. Alright, this has got to be over. Alright. I'm putting my controller down. Wait, it's fading the... Okay, I'm putting my controller down. Just gonna watch... So he made it. That's very surprising. I'm almost curious if Jesse's alive now. Hello.
Marlene. Coming.
Oh, she's adorable. Do we get to see Bear come home?
Daddy?
So, yeah, so, like, does she have the ability as well now? Or is this just, like, symbolism for her? Aww. He does have very nice eyes. Stupid phone's ruining my thing.
What now?
Sephiroth.
That was cool.
As long as he's still out there.
I thought you beat him.
We.
We can. We will. Count me in.
God, she looks great.
If it's to be a hunt, you could use a nose like mine.
It's so odd that he's like a party member, but not a party member. It's like the weirdest thing ever.
I'm in too. Bastard wants to destroy the
I guess,
whole planet, doesn't
I don't know. Maybe he didn't work within the balance that we had.
Is an enemy of Avalanche.
This is weird.
Almost there, Cloud. We're almost there.
Ooh, this theme. This is like Western sounding theme. Western Asian theme. I feel like I'm listening to like Cowboy Bebop.
I miss it. The steel sky.
Guess I have to block this one out. All right. Oh my God. All right. Okay, so Jesus. Look, I don't know, maybe that bumped it back up to a 5 for me in terms of like out of 10. I don't like playing the game. I think I can't ignore like just how slow the game feels. And don't get me wrong, like when it's going, it feels pretty cool. I know I don't play it that well, or at least I play it very differently from how other people are playing it. They're really like having, what's the word? Like high octane action, as they just like anytime there's downtime, they just switch over to another player. But I feel like bad, like just like, oh, you're knocked down, boom, next. Like if I can heal them, sure. If I can like do something like that, I'll keep it up. But I think it was fine playing as one character majority of the time and getting used to that character. I know I didn't really play with all the characters that much. I know I lose something with the combat, but I just wasn't interested in doing something like that. Like in real time, I don't know. In real time, trying to control like 3 characters consistently, I feel like the camera moving around and like having to keep track of all the buttons. I don't know. I don't want to say it like this, but it might have given me like anxiety the way it already kind of was. Like, you know, how sometimes, and I feel like everyone was kind of like this eventually, where they're like, I don't know what to do. Like, I have everything set up in a very specific way, but at this moment, I'm just gonna throw something out there because I have the ATB and I'm afraid to die or lose it or some weird thing. I'm just afraid. And like if you got 2 ATBs, it was even worse because you were like, I really just want to make sure I use up my resources before I'm wasting extra resource that I can't get. So like combat, I do think combat is really cool. It doesn't feel like a lot of other things that I've played. I feel like, again, the closest thing I can think of is like Rogue Galaxy-ish. Like some of these games that have tried to mix up, you know, like real-time turn-based, not turn-based exactly, like it's not turn-based anymore, but it's like real-time. I feel like if I say RTS, there's a lot of things that fall into RTS, but this thing feels still real-time and tactical. Anyone who complains about it, I get your complaints, and anyone who compliments it, I actually agree with you. I think it's the way they set up battles and like just like the small stuff. Like it can have a flow, but every once in a while its flow really drops. Like in terms of just like, oh, okay. In terms of like healing yourself, you know what I mean? Like just like these weird mixes of like downtime. Again, I feel like if you're like Max like holy crap, I was so surprised. I don't know, maybe I could have done that too, but I just wasn't gonna play the way he was gonna play, which is like super aggressive. Like, oh my god. Basically, you know when like fucking Iron Man has that line, we need a plan a plan of attack. I have a plan. Attack. Like, yeah, like he's Max's offense eradicated like a need for defense most of the time. It really did. Like the thing would just not be able to attack because he would just beat it into stagger. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. You turn the game like, and I'm not being insulting. I'm saying like he turned the game not exactly into a button masher, but basically into just win mode the entire time because it like he just like he would gamble too. Hey, look, you're already low though. That was a horrible roll. No, but every once, yeah, like he just I don't know. There's sometimes where he would lose, and it would just because of that gamble. He would lose that gamble because he was full offense. His defense was a little bit weaker, but he just didn't have to care about it so much. I played, I want to say a decent mix. Like I just really went aggressive only when I found my openings, and then I played super defensive the other times just because I was tired of getting knocked down. I hate getting knocked down, interrupted, missing. All of these things just made me feel like the flow of the game was just like really annoying for me. Cause like I see it when it works, and it worked for me every once in a while. Like I did enjoy parts of the combat. If anything, like yeah, the combat's fun and it is engaging. It's just that when that flow drops, it comes to a halt. And I think that's my biggest problem with this game, and I think it does eradicate like everything else. Like don't get me wrong, I love that there's like holy crap, there's a lot of like boss fights in here. Yes, I kind of miss random encounters in some ways, but in other ways, like okay, my main complaints are these. Like, it's just too slow. It's slow to the point where, like, I know people. Again, I was surprised to hear so many comparisons with Uncharted, but I cannot be wrong. I feel like Uncharted they would use the downtime for personality, and I'm not talking about like rooftop. I don't know why people keep on thinking like, oh, you didn't like downtime because you didn't like the rooftop or like the dancing sequence and all. I'm like, no, those are my idea of what downtime should be. But we have to be honest. Sometimes you would just walk and like people are like they would always make an argument like, no, I mean this is when you're supposed to listen to music. This is when you're supposed to look at the background. I'm like, that's fine. But I also just have characters who are just not talking. Like, and I know they talk here and there, but let's be honest, majority wise, it is like quiet. Look, I honestly think the biggest crime of this game is that I feel alone. Whether it's like battles with the AI, which it definitely got better, like I don't know, because they got busier eventually. They couldn't do not anything, but I kind of felt alone in this game. Like, you ever take like cutscenes? You know what I mean? Like, this is such a great introduction to Aerith. Um, I'm still surprised Biggs is alive. Briggs is alive. But I know I'm like haunted by how slow the crevice crawling, the forced walking, and like I kind of miss loading screens. At least with the loading screen, you're like, this is a loading screen. It doesn't feel like they're trying to trick you. And like everyone knows by this point if they play enough games, but there was a lot of loading in this game. And I still got a loading screen. I feel like I wasn't as bothered with the loading screen. I really wasn't. I don't think I was. I just kind of looked at it. It was pretty. And there we go. Got some nice art. But this holding forward but reducing your speed thing, I don't know. There's got to be like a better thing to go with it. Because the momentum, again, yeah, momentum of this game is not there. It's maybe only present during combat sections where they're basically all set pieces, right? In a way, they're all set pieces, and they're gorgeous. Some of them are not like as great as I want them to be, but they definitely are like entertaining. Ugh, like I'm mad because there's a lot of good to great stuff in this game. There really is. That final sequence was really engaging. It did feel like a finale. I mean, Last of Us 2 definitely felt like a finale as well. I'm trying to think of other games. Like, the only thing I can think of is like Assassin's Creed. Even though it led to a great finale, that last battle was like so crap. I just remember that one in my head. Um, but yeah, like this, it had a strong end game. I hate using that phrase because everyone uses it now, but it had a strong, final act, outro, whatever you want to call it. Um, it definitely felt like we were going to something great, and then we got something great. I hate the motorcycle sequences. Like, I think they're really boring. They're like way too long. People were complaining about side quests. I felt like they were perfectly side quests, give or take how long they let these people talk. That really didn't have any impact on me. I don't know if other people were just like laughing, like, oh my god, he's so perfect, he's wonderful. Tifa, yes, that is one of my big complaints. I don't know. I felt like Tifa was not a main character. I feel like she got like bare minimum. This game really felt Jesse Aerith Pro. Like, I don't know what it is, but like Tifa is like just so absent. I don't know. Like for Cloud, Cloud it can work concerning cutscenes because you're Cloud. You're Cloud like all the time. He has presence. But I felt like I played Aerith more. And I feel like if you're watching combat, maybe combat wise, yeah, some people got to play Tifa a lot more because they kind of preferred her like beatdown style compared to Cloud's like slashing thing. But I don't know. I felt bad. I felt bad for Tifa because obviously I think she's hot as a mother fudge, and I think like Aerith's like cute as hell. But like I felt like I got to understand. I mean, I understand who Tifa is as well, but I don't know. I just felt like I felt like Aerith had time to shine, and Tifa just didn't. Like I felt like they were just kind of baiting her as like the pretty hot girl. And like she's very like compassionate, she's very sweet. She's the only one with some whims about what we're doing. Barrett is like 100% forward, and that doubt he gets, he eradicates it quite quickly. I like his connection with his daughter. That's a great way to just get me, get everyone attached to this guy. It's like he's got a daughter, she's cute. He's a big, mean, tough guy, but his daughter, he's very close with her. I know I didn't perform well for a lot of these boss battles, but I do appreciate just like the sheer amount of them, and like they're all very weird. Like they all have like a thing. Most of them have a thing. Like yeah, like fighting with Reno, it's completely different than like the last fight we've got. They all have their gimmicks. Sometimes the gimmicks are just annoying. I feel like that's the main thing for this game. I understand. Look, I'm not. I know I keep on saying that combination of like, if you like this game, you're stupid. I don't mean it like that. I hope you understand. I don't mean it like that. I'm saying it to be rude because I'm upset at my experience at the game and the game's like problems. I completely get it. I don't like it when they're straight up lies. Sometimes I'm hearing people talk about this game and it's straight up lies. Even Max Dude, he says something weird. He was like, you don't need, he said like, you don't need a good story because if you have great characters, you'll make up the story in your head. And I'm like, so you're crediting the game with things that you do, which is what I get a lot of. Like, that's why I feel like I'm watching a lot of stuff that people are making up because in their mind, like they're thinking of these great possible outcome that didn't happen, right? And they're like cleaning up the script and the game and everything else in their mind and then selling me the game that's not clean, not edited or anything, and they're selling it to me. I don't know. Some of the like I want to hear a more negative review on this game because I don't really love this game. I think I barely like it. It's just because that outro was cool enough. And again, these girls are so fucking hot. Good lord, they are beautiful. I don't remember her dress looking that nice. Is it because I picked the different dress? So yeah, so you can pick her dress. She looks she's hot in that blue dress. I did dig my little Japanese kimono thing, my sex kimono. But like, oh man. Like this fucking thing with the flood. I'm glad they're kind of giving me a recap of the game so I can like come up with things to talk about. These stupid. No, I'm telling you, some of these enemies are just like the most annoying thing. And at the same time, I get it. Like, because we don't have random encounters and we basically mostly have like setup encounters, they need to all be a challenge. And I think there's this. I don't want to give too much permission to the game, but I do think I had this idea, like as I usually do, like that turn-based games are like always easy. Like RPG games are always easy because it's really just the amount of time you put in is how difficult the game gets, right? She would look really cute in this thing. I just don't think yellow's her color. What am I going on about? Yeah, so for every match in this game, and yes, don't get me wrong, there were very few encounters that were just like, yeah, this is a fucking cakewalk. Most of the encounters, like, I don't know. It's not this is an observation. It's not a con or a pro, but it comes off as a con only because of the sheer amount of time it took for me eventually because of how these enemies are designed. But almost every battle you could not mindlessly do it, right? Like maybe okay. Again, not saying he was being dumb about this, but Max Dude maximized his attacks so much that yeah, he could kind of like just boom 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 like fully go straight into people and like just truck them over. For me, every single battle was like a battle. Like I got to make sure I'm getting their attention. They'll attack me. If I get my limit, that will usually end it. My summon will usually end it. He will play support, and then she will be backup attack, right? Like it was always that form. Yeah, I never knew what the fuck this thing was. For like a second, they just showed this cat creature to me and was like, "You'll never know." Is that it? That's their plan to get me to buy the second one? I'm not going to. I think I'm gonna watch it closely. You know what? I don't know if this would make that big of a difference, but I would have loved for every battle to start with like 1 ATB. Just so it didn't feel like you always had to pick offense first and your defense was basically like just holding R1. But you know what I mean? Like to like start off with some buffering would have been nice. I don't know how much that would have improved the game, but I feel like it just was really annoying that I'd have to constantly work my way up to my first ATB to get like anything started. Yeah, 1 ATB everyone. Just that would have been beautiful. It's just annoying. Like some of these enemies like really prolong the battle. Some people were complaining about how bosses feel like spongy, and I would agree. Some of them just feel like they have a mother load of health, which again, if you're playing like Max Dude, was not a problem. It just meant you get to beat down on them a little bit longer. But for people like me who weren't playing like this perfectly aggressive game, like it just felt like you figured out the battle, but you'd have to repeat what you were doing like 20 more times, and I don't know. It just became very like micromanaging your success. I don't know how else to explain it. Like normal players, you know what I mean? Like Christopher Odd and Mars seemed to be around where I was, but they just loved it throughout. I don't know. Um, from what I got, I know I was mostly skimming to see how they like function in boss battles and stuff like that because I didn't want to spoil, of course. And then I don't know. I don't have the time to watch like 3 full plays of Final Fantasy 7. Like I don't got 90 hours to just straight up spare. Hojo, congrats for being like the creeper of this entire game. Like yeah, like pure amount of like bosses you fight in here is insane. Um, I don't know, but it's just the in-betweens of like these really cool moments. Dreadful, man. Like super dreadful. I was actually surprised to see so many comparisons to Uncharted. Like, oh, it's linear. It's just like Uncharted. They focus too much on characters. It's just like Uncharted. I was like, Jesus, is this comparable with Uncharted? But look, the thing about Uncharted that works for me is that it is not prolonged in like any way. Like they want you to move through that game like as fast as possible. Combat is simple. You shoot people 3 times, they're dead. And then you move on. And then you're back to like platforming. Platforming is pretty fast too. When people complain about platforming there being like a mindless thing, I'm like, well, yeah, you're just kind of seeing the sights, hearing some dialogue. Like you want it to be so difficult that you die multiple times and then have to restart the same freaking line of platforming. Like that's what you want. Yeah, puzzles in this game. Puzzles in this game, I have to call them puzzles because technically you have to solve them. They are just long and tedious. I hate motorcycle sections. I already said that. Oh yeah, I didn't really like this. So I saw Max Dudes fight against Rufus, and people and like he didn't do so well. That's fine. He didn't do so well. At least he like spent a long time on it. I think it was fine. I don't know what people judge on here, but like the comments below were like, "God, it's so cringe. He didn't figure out that this was a counter stance fight." And I was like, "Is that why I don't like this game?" First of all, what a crappy some of these people. Is it like such a specific way you're supposed to approach things? Because I don't know. I think Christopher Odd might have done counter stance or Mars. One of them did, but like I didn't do counter stance, and I felt like I got through it decently. Right. I'm hoping they're the ones limiting the game, and it's not like no. Some of the battles in here just had very specific ways. I hope that wasn't the case. I mean, technically, I know I kind of saw like where I could have cleaned up, and I was like, yeah, I just wasn't doing that. Like whether I didn't have thunder or I just wasn't really using more than one character to like distract the guy, turn him around, open up shots. Um, I mean, I think that's fair. That's fine. But I think it's also fair for me to say that some of these enemies, given you don't play it like Max Dude, given you are not outputting at like this beautiful, pure amount of damage, all right? Granted, if you're not doing that, dude, these boss battles are long. And I do think, like, I do praise this. Okay, I'm going to give a few praises, of course, because again, just because I don't like the game doesn't mean there was nothing good and great about the game. What I love really is that I never had to grind. Now, don't get me wrong, I am perfectly fine with grinding in games. It's like the curse, but the gift of it, because you just get to spend so much time getting like familiar with the gameplay. And yes, it can get repetitive, but there's just this nice flow, like this when it gets repetitive to a relaxing point where you just kind of know everything, it feels like relaxing in a way that this game didn't do. But so I'm fine with grinding, but I do adore that I never had to do that. I wasn't like at a fight and I was like, wow, I can't do this. I just think I'm too weak, right? I never felt like that, not once. Final Fantasy X is even like that. We're like, okay, maybe I need to go level up. But this game is so perfectly like paced in levels, I want to say, and paced and not paced and balanced. That like no boss battle ever feels impossible. I don't think so. I only saw some chapter selection has now been unlocked. That's cool. I kind of miss chapter selection in games. I feel like they stopped doing that. Open the main menu and access system chapter selection to replay any chapter from the beginning. That's not going to happen. Using your current character's weapons and materia. That's kind of cool. This is a great way to tackle uncompleted quests and find story elements you missed the first time through and more thoroughly explore Midgar. Oh yeah. So I don't really like open world, but it kind of makes me sad. Like that RPGs aren't open worldish anymore. Like the Japanese version of an open world. Just because it's like odd. Like I guess this is basically the way you can where's my controller? This way you can appease. Okay, hard difficulty is now unlocked. That's not happening. It can now be selected by going to chapter selection and playing one of the chapters. In this difficulty, items cannot be used. Yeah, I can't do it then. I can't win. However, certain manuscripts are only available in this difficulty. Manuscripts? What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Alright, whatever. A record of your adventure can be viewed from system play log in the main menu. This log contains information from battle records. Oh god. Yeah, sure, we can look at that. Oh god. Bonus EXP and AP. You will now earn. Oh, cool. Twice as much EXP and 3 times as much AP. Wow. That's kind of sexy. A new combat simulator has been accessible from Hojo's lab. That's cool. Select chapter 17 from chapter selection. The bike minigame can now be skipped. Fuck off. Oh my god. Alright, let me see some of this. I've already forgot. System? Play log. 13 out of 20. That's fine. Coliseum challenges. I didn't do any of that. Shinra combat simulation battles. I didn't do much of that. Odd job, so I missed some. Enemy intel. Yeah, I just it's because they split up my characters. Enemies assessed. Okay, I stopped doing that. Weapon abilities learned. 5 out of 24. Look, guys. Okay. In my defense, like I don't want to like make it. I don't want to whine about anxiety. It's just when there's too many decisions, and like I saw that with the other people. Like at a certain point, they were playing like Tifa. Tifa gets a lot of stuff in this game, and like I don't know. I'm sure they all have their function, but you have to take the time to figure it all out. And eventually, you would just find that one cool thing you really dug and like stuck with it. Okay, and that's what seemed to be the case. I was kind of fine with what I had because like there are just so many. Like I saw people like scrolling through their menus like it was the item menu, and I was just like, oh god, that makes me very anxious. Just like every single time I'm gonna go into an ability menu, I'm gonna see like 50 fucking abilities, and they even had like enemy abilities, and I was like, oh, that's too much. That's just too much for me. So I am kind of glad I limited myself on like weapon abilities. I'm sure like I saw some of the other attacks. I was like, okay, those are cool. That's definitely sexy. That's pretty awesome. But I was just like, I don't know, man. Like there's just too many now. I'm gonna be intimidated by the sheer amount of choices. So like some of those stuff about the game like is great, but it works against me. Like even like God of War, like that's even already simpler. I like stopped upgrading my skill tree just so I wouldn't have to like have so many options of attack. Same thing for Spider-Man. Like I was just like I don't really think about it too much. Like you saw how I play Last of Us. Like that can barely be considered like options, right? In a way, they're just more like upgrades, and I still like options were like in your weapons and the kind of ammunition you can use, and I was just kind of like I don't know, man. When will I feel like this is the right time to use fire or whatever the hell the other stuff is? Um, so in my defense, I always simplify a game down anyway, because like I like to get into my own flow and not just be like Tekken. In Tekken, I'm one of those users, the best players. They just use the small best things, but some of like the crazy King and Yoshimitsu fighters, they use like everything, and I'm like, yeah, I can never learn those characters. Like, just the dedication to learn that much and understand all of your options in every situation, it scares the hell out of me. I don't know how else to say it. I didn't learn. There's only 4 enemy skills you can learn here. Unless that's I don't know. That's kind of sad. Self-destruct being one of them, which for some reason people didn't get that was gonna kill you. I hear self-destruct and I'm like, I don't want that. But all right. I don't know what manuscripts are. Are those like the things that I bought that got me AP discs? AP points. Music discs, I don't care. I just don't care. I like music, but unless it like super stands out, which some of the themes in here really did. I love their main theme, the I can't hum it right now because I'm dead. But I even add like I'm listening to that on Spotify and just like hearing that beautiful like string coming in. Dresses. Okay, so I can pick multiple. How do I get other dresses for Cloud? I get it for Tifa. How do I get it for Aerith? Is it whatever hand massage I select? I don't know. Chapter 14 resolutions witnessed. Huh? Wait, what? Hold on, I'm gonna search that up. I don't remember what happened in chapter 14. Chapter 14. What does it say? Resolutions. Oh, huh. All right. Well, I didn't know there was any sort of like open-endedness. Is this why? I don't know. Is that why Tifa felt like she was in the background? What do you mean treat them like with? Let me see. Character on the hill. Oh, okay. So I got Tifa. See, isn't that creepy? I would have gone in like another error scene. Let's see. So Tifa, Barrett, and Aerith. Huh. No affection value. Oh, I can't even affect with Barrett. Okay. I wanted to give Tifa more time because like how does Aerith there? I thought that was a scene where like Aerith was kidnapped. Huh? Wait, I'm confused now. So Aerith resolution scene. I'm so confused. When was this? I thought this was after Aerith's been kidnapped. So is this like a dream sequence or something? I'm gonna skim it real quick because I don't understand. But no, I felt like the game was like super leading toward Aerith, so I felt bad. Don't get me wrong. I like Tifa. I feel Tifa and I are like childhood friends, and we're clearly like affectionate towards each other. Okay, yeah, it was a dream sequence. That's so fucking forced. I would have been like insane. Like, wow, Tifa is here in reality, and we're still giving it to Aerith. Crazy. Chapters clear on heart. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm glad this wasn't as mean as I thought it was gonna be. Um, there's some good, great stuff in this game, guys. It's just the amount of like slowness to it and like padding and like the writing is interesting. Like it, like I am like intrigued on certain aspects, but sometimes it's so goofy and like slow. And like I can take a bit of goofy, but when it like drags on, like aren't we charming? Aren't we so super duper funny, cute, and charming? I don't know. Like I start to feel the weight of that. Like I can't even hang out with people like that. Like, and I feel bad. Like there's people I'm just like, hey, like I'm done. Like they burn me out. I'm like I don't have that amount of positivity and like energy and joy. Like I can't hang out with kids as much anymore either because I'm like I have to take a break. I'm like, oh man, this kid's still laughing about a fart. Like you know what I mean? I'll try to hit the 2 hours and this lasts. I don't even know. Whatever. I want to semi apologize. I don't. Okay, I feel like I don't want to say I fucking hate the game, but I definitely don't like it. Like, I just don't like it. It's so slow and exhausting and long. And yeah, maybe I wouldn't have like those weights on me. It's harder to excuse some of the people who have come from FF7. You know what I mean? I'm like, then this game's like everything you want. Like, you know what I mean? In a way, it's like it's everything you want, even if it's not what you want. Like you're probably glad to have played the game at all. Like, and there's like, and you know what? I am glad to have gone through this. I still hear that this is not indicative of the original, and like I kind of like just playing a little bit. I was like, I don't know. The classic feel is actually. I'm not even nostalgic for like FF7, and I feel like it makes me nostalgic playing FF7, and it's because I did play RPGs around that time, of course. But It's really just those slow moments, man. It's the downtime that it's not good downtime. I loved it when the downtime was good. Don't get me wrong. I feel like people are just like, oh, you don't like you must like Transformers and Michael Bay and you need explosions. I'm like, no, but I do need content, right? And like some people like said, just the music in the background were the content during these slow like nothing scenes. But I'm like, I don't know. Like well, then let like someone talk about it. I don't know. I feel like my characters weren't characters unless they were in cutscenes. Like they didn't have like any passive moments, dialogue. It was always like the grandest highlights of things. I don't know. I just felt really alone, and I felt like they were like zombies. They were just dead most of the time. Um, yeah, those are my biggest complaints, and I don't know. I just was expecting to like feel like I had friends. Like again, Last of Us 2, I fell in love with like everyone there. Like even the people I didn't love, I was like, I kind of miss you guys. I kind of wanted more time with you guys because they just had talking moments and like, and it's not that they were like competent in like the battles. It was because they just had character dialogue. I don't know. And here, I didn't feel like that. I feel super bad again. I cannot stress enough. I'm like, dude, I have no idea like who Tifa is. Tifa's just like a nice girl who has a big breast, like who's hot as hell and she's very caring. Which like every girl in here is kind of like that, but some of them get more personality. I don't know. She's very laid back, and I just didn't feel like she got any. She didn't get any shine moments. Like not a lot of them. I don't know. Like Barrett, I felt like oh I didn't realize Barrett doesn't wear sunglasses in the menu. Cloud gets his time. Like he's the big action guy, gets a big action scene. Barrett's the big tough guy, gets a lot of tough scenes. He's also a father, gets some father scenes. I felt like Tifa's only real connection to us were like us, like Cloud, and like somewhat the mission. And like none of that was like really stand out for me. Aerith was like all over me. Jesse was all over me. But like Biggs and Wedge, they all got to shine. It was like just Tifa. Even the damn dog, Red 13, got to shine. I felt really bad because Tifa was with us since like the very beginning, kind of, kind of to the very beginning. And then she just like disappeared for like such a long time. No real talk, no real dialogue. I don't know. I felt bad. I feel like we're taking a step back. I don't give a shit about feminism, but I recognize that there was a point where I was like, yeah, we need some feminism here because these women are not coming off as humans. And they're like they have the potential to be something. Oh, like Raya's a step back. Let's be fucking no. I like the combat. I don't like a lot of the enemies and just how prolonged they feel. The boss battles, they're great. They're good to great. But sometimes they just feel like they're just taking a mother load of damage and you're just repeating the same process and I get like so bored. I love how the game looks. Some people have complained about textures. I assume they're talking about like certain textures that don't load correctly. Like sometimes garbage is like straight up on the floor and you're like, what the fuck? I don't feel like that was distracting enough. I get how it can take you out of it. And then people complain about like again, I've been trying to all the positive people say the same shit. So I'm like I kind of know what they're going to say. So I wanted to hear what the negative people say, but a lot of it was like comparisons and relative to the original concerning like art styles. Like a lot of people said they didn't like this like realistic look and I was like I'm kind of fine with it. I feel like it's a great like remaster rendition of the original characters. Like I know the original art was like super chibi-ish anime, and I would have been fine with that as well. Make that aesthetic. I'd be like, whoa, this game looks like a fucking art piece. Like this game, yeah, it's a little more forgettable, let's say, in terms of like design. Like, yeah, every anime-ish game is looking like this now, right? Even Yakuza has something kind of like this, but right. So I get it. But I don't know. Like I'm trying to find like I don't care about linearity. What the hell would you call it? I don't care about linear corridors. I'm fine with that. They make me feel like I'm moving forward. If anything, I mean, enough of this place had like branches where I was like, all right, that's already like away from linear from me. Uncharted is like that too. So, and I definitely consider Uncharted linear, and I like it. I'm fine with it. I'm curious how I don't know everyone's definition of what a non-linear game is, especially when it's like an RPG, right? Like my idea of non-linear is like straight up open world. Like you can just go wherever you want, right? Everything's kind of open. Like Far Cry is not linear to me. But when I think about an RPG is like you don't get to do much other things. Like do they just mean like the area is open? Is that what they mean? Like just wide? Because I'm trying to think of Final Fantasy VII, and it was like basically rendered, like pre-rendered art, and then you just walk around it, and yeah, you go in a lot of places, but every time you like, there's like a help button, right? And like it'll show like 2 arrows or 3 arrows, like that's where you go. Is that not like still linear, or like is it because like when you go through one branch, it's like such a large branch? I just don't know what people's definitions of linear is. But yeah, oh my god, platforming in this game, what the fuck? Like, there are some moments I would have preferred in cutscene form. Like, they didn't need to be that slow, and I don't know. Like, I didn't pay for this game. I got it as a gift. I'm glad to have experienced anything of Final Fantasy VII. But this one, I don't. It's just that slowness, guys. I don't know. Maybe I am impatient. Very clearly, I'm very impatient. Oh my god, but just those slowdowns were so murderous. Cause like they went past it. There's a difference. Like, oh my god, I can't even open my eyes. I'm so frustrated. Because to word this is like stupid. They would slow down your slowdowns. You know what I mean? Like, they would slow down your slowdowns. Like, you would be, there is 3 modes of walking. Okay, there's 4. There's your sprint, which you get to use every once in a while until the battle stops you anyway. You're just sprinting as close as you can to the next battle. There's your regular, like, full speed walk. Then there's the walk. Okay, look, you give me the walk, that's a slowdown. That's fine. I'm like, okay, we're walking. But they would slow that down even more to like your slow walk. And then they would put like a crevice or something. Oh my god, guys. And then I just had like, yeah, the way your character moves is like oddly uncomfortable. Like you don't really notice it until you need like more precise moments, which for some reason they put like a bunch of those in there. Okay, for me, it's like I couldn't even like run up to like switches correctly. I would just be like a little bit off. And I don't know, there's like this thing going on where like the blue shows up to like do it, and then you walk up and it like disappears, and then you have to reset your position. And so like these stupid nuisances, oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. These little nitpicks grew because they got like maximized with how everything else went. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, man. Like if their downtime was just filled with some more character dialogue of characters who like even I wasn't even close with, but I grew to like Aerith eventually because the combination of her like just positive attitude, what her story really is, and like, you know what I mean? The chemistry, it worked. But she was so quiet sometimes. I don't know. I don't know where my line is. I hope I wouldn't have just been mad either way. I kind of feel like I'm coming off as that one person who's gonna be like, if even if they did that, you would hate it. Maybe. I'm not sure. All I know is that I felt like I was talking a lot. When I wasn't getting cut off, I was like, I had the ability to talk a lot because like no one else was talking. Like it was just super lonely and quiet, and it didn't fit like with their characters. Like I like that she started talking to me about like why did you become a soldier? You know, it's like weird because we could have used a lot of that in outside of cutscenes, like those talks. Like when she talks about her first love, I was like, that's fine. I guess that's like a big talking moment, but we could have had a lot of small talk. I don't know, because like they're around like what 20 to 30, like these characters. You know what I mean? They have a lot of history. I feel like Tifa and I we could have caught up a lot. I don't know. It's really just that, and I feel like that shouldn't take away the game because like there's a lot of good game in here, but I don't know. Playing this game is like awful. I hear like a lot of people complaining on their second time because they didn't realize how slow it was, and now they're realizing it more. Yeah, I'd like to bring that up too. So a lot of these flaws are like hidden behind, I want to say, excitement and like blind trust. You know what I mean? Like some people are like accidentally winning their battles or accidentally solving their puzzles. And I don't know. It's like they don't even recognize when they've won. Like, you know, at a certain point when I'm playing a battle, I'm like, okay, I think I got the battle figured out, but now I just have to do this for the longest time ever, right? But some of these other people, they're struggling, and then of course they get like their summon, and the overdrive comes out, and then they get like their limit break, and so then like that solves a lot of issues really fast. And they're like, okay, I won, that was great, and I was like, you don't really sound like you won, like gained your victory. Like, I don't want to, I don't like praising from software games, excuse me, but at least when I see those people win, they're like hyped up before it and they're like orgasming right after, during, whatever. They're like, "Oh god, yes. I finally did it." You know what I mean? They're like feeling a victory. I felt like no one really felt like that in this game. Every time I watch somebody, they're just like relieved the stress is over, and I think that relief is tricking them into thinking like, I don't know, like it was well earned. I don't know. Um I like the combat systems in here because they give me a lifeline. They really do. I was thinking, yeah, yeah. Some people, because they like let you switch off like crazy. Some people are so, I don't want to say ignorant. I'm trying not to use negative sounding adjectives because I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm saying it like in an observant way. They're very ignorant to some of the. I want to say it's a flaw. I just feel like your characters are so dead. Their AI, some of them didn't even notice like how stupid the AI was or how like inactive they were. It was like only until some of these moments where they really felt that they should like do what I do and like get the attack coming towards you and just let everyone kind of be safe so you wouldn't have to manage so many people's health, that they were like, wow, Tifa doesn't really do much, or Barrett isn't really attacking. What is Barrett doing? Why is he like running up to that guy and getting hit? Like they would notice it so much later than I noticed it because I just chose not to like give myself a headache with the camera. Um, why is my time stopped? Sometimes my time stops, sometimes it doesn't. Like, does it go when I'm in the system? What? Oh, look, it just became active. Oh, does it just like stop because I stopped touching buttons? Maybe that's what happened. And they just kind of recognized I'm not playing. All right, but anyways, yeah, man, I hated playing this game because of like all of those sections and like people saying there's not, like they're lying. They're straight up. They're like there's not a lot of slowdowns. Here's the thing. If you're good at the game, those battles don't last as long as they last for me, which means like you're only playing these controlled, like the longest times are these controlled sections. I don't know. Maybe it was the combination of like both for me, like the long platforming sections and then long boss battles. And they just kind of kept on slapping together with like exhausting me on both sides. I don't know, guys. I'm hearing like straight up lies, like in terms of saying like, oh, this game doesn't feel padded. Like, no, don't lie to me. I don't know what you're on or the patience that you have, but like, I think it's not subjective. It's objectively padded out, like clearly. And I don't mean with some of the other stuff. I do mean just like they stop you from walking. This is clearly a loading screen, maybe, but there's definitely padding. I don't think that that can be like argued. Like, yeah, it's padded. I think you can argue again. I feel like a heads up would have been nice. Like, hey guys, the game is gonna be fucking slow. I feel like that would have saved me a lot of heartache. Or and like motorcycle sections are long. There's not a lot of them, granted, but I kind of balled that up with the platforming. It feels as simple and as annoying as platforming. And yeah, like Max Dude loved it. I get it. Like it was cool for like a bit, but not for like the full 20 minutes it took. Like how long can something be cool? Like I know my brother right now hates fucking Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever the hell it's called because he says like, yeah, it's cool, but everything else sucks. And like I don't know. I feel like what's his name? Nathan Zed. I don't even agree with this video, but he's true. He's right. That like substance doesn't matter at some points. Like it just doesn't. Like people don't care about substance. Like you have to have a brain. Oh my god. Like I just watch these people react to Sound of Silence and they're like, it's about death. Look, he's talking about light. It's death. Yeah, it's death. And like they just ignored everything else. Fine. Yeah, like Substance. Also, that is one of the most beautifully written songs ever. My God. I don't really listen to Simon and Garfunkel. I listen to like, Disturbed covers and um his version of it, but the way it's written, I might listen to Simon and Garfunkel just to hear their songs, like their literal lyrics. Isn't that astounding? Listening to a song for lyrics, right? Am I crazy? But yeah, that's what he's telling me. He's basically listening like, who? No one writes lyrics because why would you write lyrics when everyone's just here for your vibe, right? Euphoria season 2 was like an awful script, and he threw in Batman in there. Thank God, because let's be honest, man, Batman is not that great, but it is so stylish. I agree, but I don't think style wins for me. Like maybe the porn factor for stuff might work where I'm like, even then, like what's her name? I don't even know. Like some girls I'm like ridiculously attracted to, and don't get me wrong, it gives whatever they're in points. But at the same time, I'm like, I can still recognize like this is not enjoyable, but I definitely appreciate you being in this film, right? Um, but that stuff just works for some people, man. Like it really does. Like they just don't care about anything else as long as like the style makes them feel something, and like everything else is just there's no brain into it, and that's fine. Like that's fine. You can think fully with your heart and soul. But for me, like it's always a split. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I'm giving this game points because Tifa and Aerith and all my girls Jessie are like hot, right? Like I'm giving it points for that. And yeah, it's fucking cool. Some of these moments are like really cool. I've said that multiple times. That's 5. That's a 5. I need some substance. Substance wise, okay, and then all that side stuff, like oh my god, the game is just slow. And I'm teetering between a 3 and a 5. I just don't think it's gonna go up to a 7. I don't like this game. I just hated playing this game for so long. I'm glad to be done with it. I'm so happy to be done with it. I hope my next game isn't as hellish. It's just oh, that business feel of the game and how padded out it feels was so murderous. I'm glad I've now opened up spoiler reviews, and I don't even know. I don't even know because they're gonna talk about 7 spoilers, and I don't want to spoil 7 if it's not actually this story. I don't know. Maybe I'll play 7. I have nothing to play in my free time because this game I actually had to learn the system and like get used to like a process of playing this game. So I just wasn't interested in learning another game. But now that it might be open, maybe my next game isn't as long or challenging in that manner. I might be more open to be playing like a game I don't want to play recorded anyway. Like I believe the original game's like 30 to 40 hours as well. Maybe 20 to 30. I don't know how much space you would have on like a PlayStation 1. But I'm gonna emulate it. Yeah, my timer did stop. I'm gonna emulate it and just play it in my free time, see how it goes. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't like this game, guys. I apologize, but I mean, who am I? Who am I? No, I just it's for these reasons. Like, it's just so slow. It's like, oh my god. And again, people are fine with this, and that's fine in a way. I'm not fine with this. It's like the people who can watch like season 1 of something and like, "Oh yeah, it was really great." And then like 2 seasons pass and they're like, "It's not great anymore, but it's still, it's the same show. I put my faith in it." And then like season 5 is good. They're like, "Dude, this entire show is great. Just watch the shitty seasons 2 to 3, 2 to 4, and then you'll get like back into a season 5." Like I can't do that. Like people have been trying to get me to watch fucking Steven Universe. They're like, "After the first 50 episodes, it's pretty damn good." I'm like, "Dude, are you asking me to watch 50 episodes of like nothing so I can get to whatever the hell is left? That's good? Is that what you're telling me?" I can't do that. Like I need it. I don't need it to be like crazy great the entire time, but it's more preferable. It's just like I try not to let the lows of a game bug me. But dude, those lows were so numerous. I didn't like platforming. Some of these walking sections are just lonely and slow. Like I didn't even care about backtracking. It was actually more relaxing now that I was like in free mode. Yeah, that's the thing. When I was in free mode, I was kind of fine in terms of like, okay, I kind of understand there should be no dialogue here because why would there be dialogue here? But there could have been. They should have been. So I just enjoyed the walk. But I don't know. I feel like during these sections where like this is the only time you're gonna get this character alone, we should get some alone time, not in a sexual manner, but like in an intimate manner that like you know what I mean? When you're with one-on-one with a person, you guys usually talk about something that you wouldn't talk about with groups. And then in groups, they didn't even do much of that. It was always like one thing like, watch your step. Okay. And I was like, that's it? That's your filler dialogue? It's like your filler dialogue's legit filler dialogue. Like, wow, it's pretty dark in here. Like nothing. Like, I don't know. No referencing to like I don't know, guys. It just felt a little bit lifeless in that area. And for Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy, I kind of expect give or take boring gameplay that's not that like like it's interesting but like boring because you're gonna do it so many times, right? Like gun combat in Last of Us and Uncharted is boring as a mother fudge, which is why the set pieces and the characters are like what makes that thing live. And of course, it's like they're like gorgeous games in their own right. Um, but they do it. They do it really well. Here, I felt like felt like people only talk about the combat in this game. Like even if they hate the game, they're like, but the combat was good. I think the combat's interesting for sure. Like I can't, I would feel wrong attacking this combat system because it's just such a take on like that mixture of modern, sensibilities and classic sensibilities. I think I would have been fine with it being turn-based, but I just wouldn't have been excited by this system. You know what I mean? I was excited by the system in the fact that like, yeah, I haven't played a game that felt like this kind of odd switch off between like tactics and like playing a game. You know what I mean? I've been talking for a while. I'll talk a little bit more. I'm not really sure what to talk about anymore. Man, some people, I don't, again, I get it. I don't identify with this, but some people are just like, music can make anything. Like, there's some people who don't even like, I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy. I am tired of like funny, fun Marvel films and like that tone that Joss Whedon goes for. I'm tired of it. So when Guardians of the Galaxy got released, I was like, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Like, I'm just gonna die watching this damn thing. And I did, basically. And then some people were like, but the music, man. I was like, you watch a movie for like music, like just purely the music. Like if I like a track, I'll take it and I'll listen to it. And like, yeah, obviously I'll associate it with the film. And like, I appreciate music, but to give it like, this is the greatest movie because of its soundtrack. I'm like, what? How do you do that? Like, how do you remove things from your mind? Like, and just replace it with just the pure good things and just sell it to me. It's crazy. I can't do that. Like Baby Driver is kind of similar. I don't like Baby Driver. I know. I don't like Ansel Elgort, nor do I like Jamie Foxx. I feel like Kevin Spacey has ruined his reputation now. I didn't have a problem with him prior. I just kind of knew how Kevin Spacey was. I liked Lily James. Okay, I'm like doing a review on Baby Driver. Anyways, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII. I think it's an experience that I would never want to experience again. Like, it's just too slow. It was too goddamn slow and lonely. But every time it wasn't, it was enjoyable. I don't think it was great. I think it was good. I think when it was cool, it was great. But I don't think like anything else really worked for me in this game. Like, it's just, I don't want to say media. Everything I say is gonna sound negative. It was a mediocre experience. I think it would have been a good experience if it wasn't so slow. But because it was so slow, it teeters between mediocre and like the worst experience ever. Like, dude, this game was so fucking empty and slow sometimes that, oh my lord. It was so exhausting to play this game at some points. I don't know. I'm curious about the story, the world, all these things. I kind of maybe just, I don't know. I don't want to spoil. I don't know. Don't want to spoil 7 because I want spoiler reviews, but like inherently that means they're gonna spoil 7. We'll just go for it. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I've been talking for a while. I'm so sorry. I don't know. It's a beautiful looking game. It's got some great scenes in it that like really pump me up. The music, it ranges from like good to like, yeah, very, very memorable, beautiful soundtracks. Combat, I don't know. Like, I love the combat system, but in practice, it becomes such a slog sometimes. Those slow moments are like unforgivable for me. I don't know. There's just so many slow moments of like, and it's where they place them. You know what I mean? Like in Uncharted, they would have them like in the beginning of sections, and so like you'd leave it behind and then do all the like it would get more exciting. Like from all right, now we're fighting. Okay, no, like we talk. Okay, downtime, but we're at least we're talking. We get some character exchanges. How you're stupid, Sully. Yeah, you're dumb, Nathan. Then we would do like a platforming section. Okay, it's a little more engaging now. I'm just picking direction, clicking X, but this is a beautiful shot. Maybe a puzzle, you know what I mean? Okay, barely use my brain, solve the puzzle. All right, combat section. We're getting a little bit busy now. Very simple, but I know what to do. And then set piece, blow my mind, yada yada, and then repeat. But for here, it was like, it was like they're about to destroy Sector 7. Walking, same pace. Wait, no, slower walking. We're gonna have to load the next cut. You know what I mean? Like, it was that death of momentum. I think that was the biggest problem with this game. where like anytime I got like pumped, it felt like Sonic Fox doing that like chair switch thing, or that famous, I don't know if it was famous, the King Richard scene where that girl is getting like, her momentum up. She's about to like finish off this Russian, I forgot, German Russian tennis player, and then she's like, I gotta go take a shit. That's what it was like. Then they just stopped it, and every single time, like I'd have to like cool off, and like I couldn't get into it, and it would just piss me off because like I'm making like all these weird analogies. It's like you're getting horny. The girl's been teasing you. You're getting horny, and then they're like, "I gotta go take a shit." And it's like every single time it was like that. Like they would pump you up and then just reject you, and that's how I felt. I just felt like constantly teased that something great was gonna happen, and they just cut me down. I don't know, man. I've never been diagnosed as bipolar, but good God, if that like set me off, man. Like you're screwing with me. Like psychologically, I feel like you're screwing with me because you're getting me all excited, and then you're just like disappointing me, and like it hurt in some way. Yeah, I get where the game is good, and even where it's great, but for me, at best, it's good. Not even. I think at rare best, it's good, but it's a very strong mediocre experience for me. And it's mostly that, because I feel like I was fine. I was like enjoying myself in combat, enjoying myself with the boss battles, like just all like drooling over the woman, awing over the set pieces and like the CG cutscenes. But man, when they just slow you down, it is so much slower than you think it would be. Obviously, I had some poor choices, let's say, for like battles and like stair sections, which did not help. But they just kind of, you know what I mean? It's like when it's like, okay, if you're in a relationship and your girl accidentally hits you, you're like, okay, that was an accident. But if they constantly hit you and then one day they hit you with the car, you kind of understand the pattern here, right? There's a difference between an outlier and a pattern, right? They're exact contradictions of each other. Those sections were not outliers. They were part of the pattern I had been experiencing. If you were paying attention, like some people, they were fine with it. They were like, oh yeah, I don't like the motorcycle section, but that's just one. No, those are the same philosophy. The arms section is the same as the motorcycle section in a lot of ways, where the pacing is like super controlled. You know exactly what to do. There's nothing inherently entertaining about it, stimulating, except for the fact they're kind of telling you and showing you, hey, this is all flashy and crazy, and then it's not, because it's like room, cat shop, hit a wheel. Oh, he's rotated. Gotta hit the brakes. Get on the other side. Nope, he's doing a beam. Gotta hit the brakes. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh yeah, really quick, just charge that bar up faster. I think that would have sped up the motorcycle scenes like crazy. Like, give me a long range attack that isn't a special. Just give me a lock on in any sense so I can just attack people and not have to worry about missing. It's so stupid. Just hitting the air. All right, final thing, because I'm about to hit like 220. Okay. I think everything's beautiful in this game. Give or take, yeah, sometimes the texture dropped and sometimes things wouldn't load. And some NPCs, what they're called, some NPCs were like lifeless, like oddly voiced with much more energy than they were animated. But like overall, this is a gorgeous game. This is exactly what I expect like these AAA games to be, like just plain gorgeous. I'm like, I'll be surprised. I'm like, wow, this AAA game's kind of ugly, which is how I felt towards Turning Red. I thought that was it's the way it's animated though, more so than it's drawn. The drawing seems like really classic. Some animes look like that, but the way it was animated was so hideous. I was like, oh, this is hurting my eyes watching this damn thing. The combat system is very interesting. I'm glad to have played like a game that doesn't feel like every other game. That's one of my biggest complaints. Like, no one learns games anymore. You know what I mean? Like, no one really learns games, which I feel like that's why Dark Souls got so popular, because its control scheme was like so different from like anything else I had played at the time. Like, I'm over here trying to click X to attack, or square, or triangle, and they're like, no, actually, it's L1 and L2. I'm like, wait, what? That is weird. And he's like, no, it's because it's on that side. You're using your left arm. I'm like, oh, all right, that's different. You know what I mean? It's like the transition from cars from X to R2. So though I didn't like a lot of the practice, like it's weird to say this. The combat I like, but the enemies I don't. I hope you guys understand what I mean. A lot of the enemies are like flying away, retreating, healing, prolonging the battle in a way where it's not interesting anymore, and you're just like, all right, now I gotta do what I just did, but longer. I don't know. Very annoying. Um, Aspects I love about combat is that yeah, it's actually, it's weird. It's not. It's hard but with you in mind, right? Like if you're struggling, they give you a lot of ability to come back. In a way, it's like it's holding your hand if you need your hand held. And obviously they leave that up to you, which I do like. To give or take like limits. Like no one like doesn't use limits, right? Like why would you not? But like summons, like you don't have to summon. You don't even have to use limits. Like if you don't want to use the comeback systems the game offers, they're there, free of use. Like you know what I mean? Like even Kingdom Hearts, like Mickey would just like come and slash it sometimes. Um, so yeah, I think the combat was cool that it's even like this at all. It's the enemy designs that were just horrible. They were just awful guys. Like they were super defensive and like they played too smart. I don't know, man. Maybe I just wanted to like move on sometimes. There's this prolonging. Prolonging and annoying are the adjectives and verbs I've used the most here. Yeah, I'm way over time. I'm so sorry. This game has taken so much from me. I get to do this. I get to do this, guys. And it's not even like Last of Us 2 where I could not stop thinking about it. No. There's just some aspects of this game I could not believe, or aspects of this game. That might just be it. Yeah. Prolonged fights and prolonged platforming, puzzle, walking sections that just, and where they were placed were like constantly dragging down the game for me. And that's, yeah, so the game just like could never climax. Like maybe that's why the final act works so well, because there was no more of that. Like there was a long sequence before that, I guess, and there you go. You had like this very clean, just constant energy, and then it would just like pick up. And I was like, I kind of wish the game was like that for when it needs to be like that, but it never was. It never was. It was always like, oh shit, we're about to flashback. Hello, Cloud. It's been a long time. Headache. Aerith flashback. Some stupid line about money. Some smart, snarky ass line from Barry. Like it would always break. It felt like fucking Marvel, which is why I don't like Marvel films, because they always do that. They always destroy a tone and energy for a joke or any other thing, and just you feel like you just took a break and then you lose it. Like for me, I lose it. Some other people, they just don't care. Like the joke is always like a punchline for them, even though it's like the worst joke there ever was. But it's like you're supposed to laugh, so you laugh. Yeah, so that's what brought down the game for me. I understand there is a lot of good, a lot of great, but it's that constant placing. Like you could have like films that are like this, like you know what I mean, like where they just decide to stop you from loving it. Okay, well that's how I feel. I apologize if I was like super negative and you guys like were very turned off or even insulted by it. I get it. I apologize. That's not what I wanted to do. I was mad. I was very upset, very emotional. The most I can be towards a game that I'm only dedicating an hour to play a game. Well, two apparently, every once in a while. And this is what I come up with. You know what I mean? Where I'm just not having fun. I think that's it. So Final Fantasy VII gets a 5 from me if we're doing fucking numbers. I didn't even number the last thing. Which would be a 7 or a 10, just because it gave such an effect on me. But I know there was a lot of downtime for Last of Us 2. But it's just the slowdowns, man. Every single time they killed my momentum, my morale. It was just slow. Yeah. I'm glad to have finished it, and I never want to play this game again. I never. I'll see what 2 is all about, and I'll like fucking watch people play it for a bit, and if I feel like they improved it in any way, even though no one's gonna care, not those people at least. I don't know. I'm curious where the story goes, but I might just play 7. I'm scared to play 7 because of this game, though. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. If anyone watched up to this point, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry, and thank you guys for being with me through my breakdown and rage and upset and emotions. And yeah, that was Final Fantasy VII. Can't wait to play the next game. That's it. Goodbye. Ta-ta. I'm so tired. Ta-ta.